Since the last video, there's been a lot of busy home chores and things to that effect, but I'm hoping to get back on the van now. I got the battery tray in the mail. So what I'm gonna need to do now, see, here's what nobody has been aware of, is that this building I'm in is new. And I set up this building for an air compressor to have different, see, this building is so large, I wanted to have different stations for water and air, these little quick connects. This is the air compressor I've always had. I'm not getting the right kind of pressure to these little stations here. I think that this is the culprit. This compressor wouldn't go past 50 pounds because there was a leak so bad over here. So I hooked this just straight up to it and I pulled, and it will not reach past the Dustbuster van, the Monte Carlo, and the C10. It won't reach but till about right here. So I cannot work tonight on this battery tray. There are actually 3 of the air connections across this garage here. I got to thinking this little cutoff wheel has this bolt on the end of it, and it bottoms out just about perfectly to this lip here. So that means in theory I could bottom out here, cut this across, and it'll be the correct measurement without even having to do any measuring. I'm just going to go with this one instead of one with a filter because I won't be painting anything anytime soon. I want to get this so I can measure the thickness of the frame metal versus this body sheet metal. Something like this would be nice in the future. I think this will be one of my next purchases. Okay, we're back in business. All right, with that piece off, I'm gonna test fit, see how that wants to act. Okay, in this corner here we got a little bit of an issue. What I'm seeing here is that this side of the battery tray is spot welded to this bracket right here. So if I could find the spot welds and remove this, since it's so bad, and then modify this to fit back with the battery tray. I detect a spot weld right there and one right there. So I'm going to use this spot weld cutting tool and hopefully break it loose. I'm going to put a little dimple in right here so that tool won't slide off. Let's see if I can get some spot welds located on this side. It feels like there's another spot weld right up under this one, maybe right here. Now I've just got it hanging by a thread right there. I'm just going to bend it out. This is where the radiator bolts to, so this is an important piece. Up here, we've got rust damage right along there. And with the battery tray side off, now I can repair this before we get to the battery tray. I'm gonna grind these nubs off and assess the situation here with a piece of steel. So I want to talk to my subscribers and viewers about what video is coming up next. In the next couple weeks at least, I'm going to be going to the Hot Rod Power Tour, starting in Atlanta and moving into Columbia, Rockingham, and then I'll end up in Charlotte. I will not be long hauling. I'll be going to Charlotte and ending where the others will be going to Bristol, Tennessee. I don't want to go to Bristol. I got 3 hotel rooms and I feel like that's probably enough. So I'm going to have a lot of coverage of the Hot Rod Power Tour coming up. This little nub's got to go, and I'm going to cut this rust damage out. We still have a problem here. What do we want to do about that? All right, it's wide open behind there, so I'm not in any danger of cutting into something. So now the decision is where to cut. This is still kind of warm, but there's the piece. I'll probably put a piece of cardboard or paper or something behind there and trace that out and butt weld that in, and also fix this here with some steel. One last thing I want to do tonight, because I'm curious, I want to use my new caliper and see how thick that steel is compared to the steel that I have sitting over here by the wall. I think that's pretty much a match.